wouldst thou like to live deliciously?
We are in a very specific location. Beautiful creek here behind us, hopefully full of fish, but that's not the only reason we're here. Around this corner is one of the most haunted places in Texas, supposedly. So we're gonna explore the area. We're gonna explore old Alton Bridge, supposedly the home of the Goatman, an evil demon that haunts the bridge. Supposedly guards it against trespassers like me. So this whole trip from the start has been plagued with difficulty. So my camera strap is broken, so I had to tighten a knot to wear it. But on the way up here, the GPS that I had programmed for this spot, just out of nowhere, halfway through, rerouted me many, many miles off, just on its own. So make of that what you will, but kind of feels like we're not supposed to be here filming, but we're gonna do it anyway, so let's keep going. You know, walking up here, at the moment, it doesn't have the feeling of being, you know, a haunted or possessed structure area. Supposedly, you know, from what I've heard, from what I've read, generally when you're in an area like this, it does feel normal until you're not alone anymore, and then suddenly you're supposed to be able to, I don't know, detect or sense that other presence. It's a fairly creepy looking bridge, you know, despite being so close to the highway. The trails kind of dilute the feeling, that haunted feeling, a little bit. They make it a little bit more of an amusement park. You know, all the graffiti on the ground. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What's a haunted location without a, you know, a pentagram? So, could have picked a scarier color than neon blue, I'm just saying. Maybe go with like blood red. Who am I to judge though? I mean, it's interesting water down there, you know. It's cold water. It's kind of tea colored from all the leaves that have been falling in and decaying. You know, if it weren't for all those leaves in there, the water would be much more clear. And water like this can be surprisingly hard to fish in. Oh, here's another one. So, the Goatman is not a ghost. It is supposedly a demon, a demonic spirit. And there are stories of people on this bridge hearing voices, guttural voices telling them to leave. There's stories of people being physically harassed. Even one story of somebody actually being thrown off the bridge. Actually, I almost just went off the side doing that. People report being able to hear hooves at night. And I don't know if I have the guts to do this, but supposedly, if you knock on the bridge 3 times, that summons the demon. It takes it as like a challenge, the 3 knocks representing the Holy Trinity, and supposedly that pisses them off. I do want to fish around a little bit more underneath the bridge. You know, we could go down the creek in either direction, probably find more fish, but we're here because of this supposedly haunted location. Oh, fish on. Fish on. Nice bass. How about it, fish? You ever seen the Goatman? Yep, fish on. Gotcha. Fish on. Fish on, fish on, fish on. Yes, exactly what I suspected. Little bluegill. We'll actually keep him. We'll keep this one. I brought a catfish rod, so maybe we'll see if there's any blues or flatheads prowling about. Fish on. There's a fish. That's a good fish. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice fish. All right, let's take a stroll through these cursed woods. Supposedly all kinds of ritualistic activity happens out here. We're gonna see if that's real or all talk. So far, nothing. Graffiti on the tree, but who knows what that means. You know, it's easy to see. It's easy to see how, in a time before that freeway was constructed, this would be pretty creepy. All right, nothing super creepy happening right now. Let's head back to the bridge. So you think paranormal in general, or specifically the story of the Goatman on this bridge? You think there's something to it?
I believe the Goatman story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, which version do you think it was? Because I know there's more than one. Do you believe the story that the farmer was hanged and came back to haunt the bridge, or do you think it's like a paranormal entity that has just set up shop here before we have?
I believe the first one.
First one.
Yeah, I think I'm going with the farmer, or maybe even his family are hanging around.
What is that, a spirit box?
This is a spirit box, that's an EMF reader, and it's an EVP recorder all in one.
Okay, so the question comes down to, that I've already asked a few people this, paranormal activity, let's just say specific to this area. Is there anything to it, or is it just a bunch of sensational tourist trap stuff?
I don't know. I mean, I've heard stories, I've heard myths. I watched that show Ghost Adventures. I saw them. They investigated this area. They captured some things. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I don't know. I don't know if I believe in it.
Anything coming through on the...
Well, we saw when we went over the bridge, something said hello, so.
I find it amusing how paranormal investigations or encounters, you know, back in the day, it was a woman was possessed and she had the strength of 37 men, and she threw the whole fire department off her and flew through the roof into the night sky, you know, spitting fire, red eyes. And then the moment everyone had a smartphone, it was like, well, if you scan this frequency and also like 70 other frequencies, you can kind of hear something maybe say a name, kind of. I'm going to light a candle, and Goatman, if you're out there, all you gotta do is blow the candle out. Just blow the candle out. That's all. There's no wind out here right now. If you're out there, I'm gonna light this candle, blow it out. All right, buddy, all you gotta do is blow the candle out. I'll count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 10. Well, that's disappointing. What's up, man? Where you at?